long time in the making, and we'll start off by saying a few thank yous and a few hellos. First of all, our football coaching staff back there, thank you, number one, for being here. Thank you, number two, for being extremely patient during football season with Brock and everything that's been going on as far as basketball goes. It's been a busy time for him, no doubt. Obviously, we have a very proud basketball tradition here at Boylan High School, and very proud of that fact. We've got a guy who's got 881 wins as a high school varsity coach back there in the corner, and Coach Goers. Thank him for coming today. He and I have been talking the last few days about getting this right, and what we've come up with is 24 conference titles, 29 regional titles, 18 sectional titles, 3 state trophies, and what is now will be our 20th Division I basketball player to come out of Boylan Catholic High School. With that, I'll talk a little bit about Brock here. I want to thank his parents for their patience and their dedication throughout this. Throughout the process. The process is long, it's extremely grueling to say the least, and you know, we made a plan at the beginning that we were going to do this the right way, and I feel really good about the process, the follow through that they've shown in doing their research. I think we've taken, what have we taken, 2 unofficial visits, 3 official visits, 8 visits either here at school or at their house in the last couple weeks. It's been a busy time to say the least. As for Brock, I'll just say this and then I'll turn it over to him. This is very deserving in his part. You know, some kids come through and they get this opportunity, and you just know they made it through on talent alone. And while Brock has some God-given ability, there's no doubt that he's worked extremely hard to develop that ability. And for that, I'm very proud for him and very excited for him. And to say he's our 20th Division I basketball player to come out of Boylan Catholic High School is something to, you know, I don't know if you realize that, but certainly something to be proud of. Just a few names I'll throw at you. Nick Zachary, Demir Krapalia, Danny Jones, Carl Armato, Joe Tully, Jeff Myers, Brian Summer, Chad Gallagher, Sonny Roberts, Johnny Hernandez, Michael Slaughter. Let's do the whole list. John Luchetti, Torrey Boyd, Grant Loring, Mike Britton, Adam Finley, and Armani Flanagan. He gets to join that club. That's a pretty elite group. So with all that being said, let me give you a little bit about his choice here today. I'm going to give you a little bit of a preview. Brock's going to give you a little bit of a preview, but I feel really good about his choice today. I think it's a situation where he's gone through the process the right way, as I've said. This is not only a situation where he's going to go and just be on a roster somewhere for 4 years. This is a situation where he's going to go and get the opportunity to play right away and contribute to a team that I think has accumulated some very impressive young talent. And I think it's going to give him a tremendous opportunity, not only academically, but also to play in the NCAA tournament maybe multiple times over the years if things go well. I think they will. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Brock.
First, I would like to thank everyone for coming out here. This is a very exciting time for me. I would like to personally thank everyone who's been there in my life, my coaches such as Coach Rowe, Coach Catch, Coach Winters, Coach Mack, Coach Smith, Coach Cody, newcomer, Coach Woody, Britta for making me tougher, John, always keeping me healthy. But and especially my parents, my grandparents, my friends, the teachers, and everyone who has helped me through these difficult times and made a major effect on my decision today. They also have shaped the person I am today, and I couldn't thank them anymore for that. So in choosing the college, I made a list of things for the visits that I would feel comfortable with, and I wanted for the next 4 years. This school has a great criminal justice program, which I hope to major in, and it's very important for me. I wanted to have a good relationship with coaches and players. That's another very important thing for me, and also have a good chance of making the NCAA tournament. One of the biggest factors was also being close to home. So my friends and family can come watch me play. So after reviewing my checklist and looking it over, I feel the best fit for me would be to attend UW-Milwaukee.
Thanks again, everybody, for coming. Media members, if you want to, feel free to ask him a few questions. Go for it. If you want to grab him one-on-one, we'll do that as well. So.
We're talking with Coach Mike Winters about Brock Stull going to University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. Coach, your thoughts on the whole process for Brock?
First of all, just very excited for him. You know, he's worked extremely hard to get to this point and is definitely very deserving. So it's a program we feel great about. You know, Coach Jeter and his staff have been tremendous throughout the process. They've been impressive every step of the way, and you know, just it's a school I think he's not only going to go and be successful, but he's going to have a lot of fun playing for them as well.
How hard was it for you as a coach to have a kid like this? It's a lot of fun in some ways, but it's also a lot of work.
It's fun, but it can be grueling at times. You know, the text messages and the phone calls just never seem to end. So, you know, I think in some regards there's some relief to the end of the process and the beginning of you know, really being able to focus on his senior year here. And I think Brock's excited about being able to focus on football the rest of the way.
D1 compared to maybe an NAIA school or a lower level in NCAA, can you tell the difference in the recruiting process?
You know, absolutely. First of all, in the budgets, you know, the amount of trips. I think UW-Milwaukee made 3 trips up here. They attended 2 football games and came a 3rd time. Albany, same thing. They flew out 3 different times to meet with the family, all within the last couple of weeks. You know, this was really a dogfight of a recruiting process. It's by far the most hotly contested one I've been a part of, and you know, I think the budget is the main thing. What they're able to do with their budget and how much time they're able to spend chasing down a kid like Brock.
How do they plan on using Brock at UW-Milwaukee?
You know, the plan right now is to use him more as a 2-guard, but they certainly don't mind putting the ball in his hand, and you know, he's improved as a ball handler tremendously last few months especially, and I think you know, their plan is to use him right away.
First of all, Brock, congratulations on UW-Milwaukee. Tell us why you selected UW-Milwaukee.
First of all, it was closest to home. That meant a lot for me, for my family and friends to come watch me play. Also, they have a great criminal justice program. Being in a big city, that's a lot of opportunity also. So that's mainly 2 reasons that I chose there.
And they're in the Horizon League. You talked about the NCAA tournament. They have a good chance of going somewhere in that Horizon League.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's a great conference to play in. It ranges from 10th to 12th is the best conferences in the nation. So it brings a lot of challenge, but I'm really working for it.
What plans do they have for you at Milwaukee?
They have been telling me to come in being a green light guy, so that puts a little smile on my face.
How has Boylan prepared you for D1 basketball, do you think?
Pretty much everything. To me, I feel a coach could be a D1 coach. I've been to a bunch of visits and everything, and I mean, he's right there with them.